did this face come to say goodbye?
My loneliness of plane. It's a spaceship in trouble.
Hi, this is Dr. Daphne Bunbury, and this episode I want to discuss another TV show that I enjoy. That is Doctor Who. For those out there who aren't familiar with the episodes of Doctor Who, shame on you. It's an excellent show. I think I would recommend you go and watch it. I think you'll get into it and get a little addicted to it as I have. I'll tell you a little bit of background about it. The Doctor is a Time Lord from a planet called Gallifrey. He travels through time and space in what they call a TARDIS. And it's a time machine, and it looks like a blue police box, which they have over in England, I believe. The Doctor has had many incarnations over the years with different unique personalities and quirks and traits. Now, it started back in the 1960s, and I have to admit to you, I haven't seen those episodes. I didn't get into Doctor Who until the 9th Doctor, and which was played and revived by Christopher Eccleston. And so that's what I'm going to discuss tonight. I want to discuss the differences in the incarnations of the Doctor Who character. And then I will talk a little bit, and I'm going to warn you, there's going to be spoilers about the 60th anniversary. I believe it aired in October, but honestly, I was looking for it, and it's not really advertised well to me in the States. I just feel like I didn't get enough warning. It didn't say when it was going to air, where it was going to air. I just searched for it like I usually do to see when, and I found it on Disney Plus, and I watched it this morning. And I loved it. So I'm going to discuss a little bit about that. And then I'll put up a little spoiler alert, just so if you want to see it, you won't get spoiled by anything that I say here. Okay? All right, let's get into it. The 9th Doctor, let's start with that. Like I said before, Christopher Eccleston, he's the first Doctor to revive the series. Now, his character, his trait, his quirkiness, he was a bit grumpy. But he had a good heart. He was fiercely protective of his companions, the people that actually rode with him. Every Doctor has his own companions, friends, people who share these experiences with him. But Christopher, he was also the first Doctor to have a Northern accent. I read that was just wow, because I believe everyone was from, England and had the same accent, from the same place. And this Doctor, of course, he had a Northern accent. I love the way he spoke. Then we have the 10th Doctor, and I have to admit to you, the 10th Doctor is my favorite. I really enjoyed watching David Tennant. I think he's a great actor. All of them are, I believe. But something about him just drew me in. And when I heard he was going to be in the 60th anniversary, that's why I was looking for it and dying to find it. Now, as for David's character, I found out as well there was a lot of people who loved him. He was a fan favorite. His character was charming, witty. He had a great sense of humor. He was also a bit of a romantic, and I believe he had a tendency to fall in love with his companions. Loved them from afar, As for the 11th Doctor, who was played right after him by Matt Smith, who was a great Doctor as well, he was the youngest Doctor to date. He was quirky, energetic. He had a childlike sense of wonder. He was also known for his bow tie. All of the Doctors had different ways of dressing. Back to David Tennant, his was a little bit a nice, slender, tight suit. The jacket seemed a little too tight, I believe, but that's what made their character. Okay, on to the 12th Doctor, who was played by Peter Capaldi. Forgive me if I messed up your name, Peter. He was the oldest Doctor to date. He was grumpy, sarcastic. He had a no-nonsense attitude, which I did like. He was also known for his guitar playing and sunglasses. For those who love Doctor Who as I do, you remember that. Every now and then he would be in the background thinking and playing his guitar with his glasses on. It was pretty cool. As for the 13th Doctor, it was played by Jodie Whittaker. She was a kind and compassionate person. She had that type of personality. And her outfit, what she wore, she was known for her rainbow-colored outfit and a special sonic screwdriver. And for those who aren't familiar, of course, us Dr. Whovians, I guess that's what we're called, we know that the doctor, each of them carry a special type of sonic screwdriver that can unlock doors. It can stop, I don't know, almost I think it was used as a weapon or protection. It just, each one seemed to be able to do something different from what the other doctor's sonic screwdriver was able to do. Now, each of the doctors, they did have their own unique personality and quirks. But you know what? I think they all shared a love of adventure and a desire to help others. That's what the doctor was about. Wherever he went, he always seemed to have the best interest of the people that were around him. He wanted to help and protect. And I think that's what made the Doctor and Doctor Who, the whole series, such a beloved show. So, if any of you want to tune out now, because we're going into the spoiler episode. We're going to talk about the 60th anniversary that I saw this morning. Now, this episode was very good to me. I enjoyed it. And with all episodes, I'm sure there's some positive and negative things about it. And I'll discuss both of those with you, but I'll give you a synopsis of what happened. And of course, spoiler alert. In the last episode that aired years ago with Donna and the Doctor, Donna absorbed TARDIS energy to save everyone. And by doing so, it would have killed her. But in order to save her, the Doctor removed her memory of everything that she's been through. And if she remembered who she was, she would die. If she remembered the Doctor, all the things she's been through with him, all the exciting places that they went, she would have died. So, what makes this show very interesting is that the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant, he regenerated. That's what happens with the Doctor and his incarnations. Each Doctor, instead of dying, changes and regenerates into a new character physically. And so the 13th Doctor, who was played by Jodie Whittaker, when she regenerated, she turned into, better way to put it, into the 10th Doctor again. And the Doctor was wondering why he became the 10th Doctor again with the same face. And so he knew there was some kind of reasoning that had to do with Donna. So in the episode, there is the evil character called the Meep. This Meep looks like a cute little teddy bear, some kind of little stuffed animal. And throughout the episode, in the beginning, they believed this Meep was very innocent. But as we know, we find out that was the evil character. And there were two sets of army people chasing, military people chasing this Meep. Now, there were the humans that were taken over by the Meep. We didn't know that in the beginning. They were after the Meep. And then we had the alien race, a military type style alien, coming in and after the Meep as well. And we find out that the alien military was trying to bring the Meep to justice because he was killing different species and they were trying to bring him in. So in order to save the people of Earth, the Doctor had an idea, and he pretty much told Donna if she would remember, she could save everyone, but also die in the process. So with not much convincing, she agrees and she starts to remember. And then, of course, when she remembered, the energy is released out of her and it spreads out like a bomb. A big explosion, I should say, and it stops what the Meep was doing, stops all his destruction. But she doesn't die. Of course, you know that's what would happen. Donna's a fan favorite, but she didn't die, and they were wondering why. And the Doctor remembers that when she was pregnant, some of the energy, half the energy, split into her child. And so Donna wasn't holding all that energy herself. So her and her child were fine. They were able to survive it because each one of them did not have the full strength of this energy. So that was a good premise. That was very interesting. The negative part about the show that I didn't like is that I've noticed a lot of shows, different ones, they do this as well. They have a lot of side stories, a lot of that really has nothing to do, of course, with, that's why they're side stories, with, trying to figure out what happened to Donna, trying to learn more about the Meep civilization, the other aliens, how they really are how the Meep was controlling the human army. It was just... we just had to have so many different side stories that I really wish we would have put more meat and potatoes into Donna's story and the Doctor's story. I just feel like there was a lack of that. But overall, I did enjoy it. And another thing that I wanted to discuss with you tonight is that I had other favorites that I enjoyed watching all these different episodes all the way back to the Ninth Doctor. And that is all the companions that they had. Now, they had many companions, but my favorites, and I'm sure they're probably yours as well. I want to go over that. My favorites were dealing with the 10th Doctor and also the 9th Doctor. It was Rose Tyler, who was played by Billie Piper. Loved her character. And there was Donna, of course, played by Catherine Tate, who was, of course, with the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Oh, and then Martha Jones. I really enjoyed her as well. It was nice to have someone that was playing a doctor, a different type of character. I really liked her very much. I also enjoyed Sarah Jane Smith, who was played by Elizabeth Sladen. She also died April 19th, 2011 at the age of 65. What a loss as well. I even watched her spin-off episodes series. I thought that was great as well. And then going on to the 11th Doctor is Amy Pond, who was played by Karen Gilliam, and then Claire Oswald, played by Jenna Coleman. And then, I'm not sure if all of you know, the next Doctor, the 15th Doctor that's coming up, is going to be played by... Thanks for joining me this evening, and I am looking forward to more episodes of Doctor Who, and I know you are as well. All right, have a good evening, everyone. Talk to you later.